Hey guys, it's me, Donna. I want to talk about something that's, of course, a pretty hot topic on the internet that we've all heard about and all pretty much know about by now, and it's called net neutrality. And basically, it's the reversal of net neutrality that I want to talk about today. So just bear with me. I kind of made a few notes that I'm looking at here on my screen. And first of all, it disturbs me that our voices are not heard and that Congress and all that, no matter how much people have called or what the people have said, Congress are in these companies and ISP providers' pocketbooks. And they're not doing what the people want. So what does that tell you? I mean, they're getting paid, and they're getting paid good. So they don't care. No phone calls or whatever is going to work. And I'll explain some more about that later. Okay, another thing that disturbs me is the fact that this Ajit Pai or whatever, however his name is pronounced, I don't know. All I know is I feel like he's a jerk. That's my opinion of him. I think that it's cuckoo that someone who has worked so closely with a company like Verizon or any type of, big corporation like that, this man has worked with them. I believe he was a lawyer or something like that, which in my opinion, he's become a lobbyist for them. What the heck is this man doing in a high-level governmental job? What is he doing in a decision-making job that proves a conflict of interest? Because if you think about it, if you've worked with one of these companies that want to push the whole agenda of the net not being neutral because it benefits them because they're ISPs, so they're going to get a huge amount of money if there isn't any neutrality on the net. This man has worked with this company. They have paid him. He has been paid by this company. And yet here he is in a governmental job where he can make decisions to go ahead and let that pass on through. What idiot world do we live in that this is being allowed? Why has this been allowed? Why is this man in a governmental position? I think that right off the bat should have disqualified him. It's funny that other companies and other governmental agencies can disqualify people for, having worked with certain companies and whatever. Why wasn't this a big, huge disqualification? That blows my mind because that is a complete conflict of interest. I am floored that this man was allowed to be in a commissioner position with the FCC. Really? Oh my God, that is just insane. I'm sorry, but I know I shouldn't get so worked up about that, but it makes me mad how crooked. I mean, this is right in your face crooked. I mean, it's one thing to be undercover crooked and nobody know about something until later on, but this is right in your face, knowing all along the whole time. When he was hired in by the government, they knew that he had worked with a Verizon. Oh my God, really? How? But anyway, I'm going to shut up about that. So, he's a lobbyist. So he's in their pocket. He's in Verizon's pocket. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out. So yes, he's in their pocket. So either way, he's got the money in the bank. He don't care about the net. He doesn't care anything about that. It's not going to affect him because he's going to be rich. No matter what happens, he's going to be able to afford it. It's not going to hurt him in any way. He's just going to get paid. Bottom line for him. So there you go. That's why he's so, and it just irritates me. It's like the man has no conscience. You can tell by looking at him. Everything he says is so scripted. Just the way he acts annoys the living crap out of me. The things that he says and the way he just drives me nuts. And you know that this man has no conscience. He doesn't give a crap about nothing. All he wants to do is promote himself, which brings me to another thing. Did you notice he picks up cups with Reese's cups on it? That almost turns me off of Reese's products. Just seeing him turn up a drink with Reese's across the top of it or whatever. Or the side of it, I mean. That just makes me not even want to eat a Reese's cup. It's just disgusting. It's like he's trying to promote himself as a brand. That's exactly what this man wants to do. He's wanting to get paid by everybody. Reese's, Verizon, everybody. His soul is up for sale like that. This man has sold out big time. He has no conscience. He's nothing but a walking, talking brand. Even if it's a villain brand, this man is going to make himself a villain brand. I got news for him. I don't give a crap. Yes, you're a villain, but to me, you're not a brand. You turn me off of products. I don't want any product that you're trying to promote. That's my opinion about it. Okay. But considering all this, and we all know that this reversal of net neutrality is going to be, in my opinion, a bad thing. Because why would they bother? Why would they bother? If it wasn't going to be a bad thing, they would not even bother with it. They would just leave everything alone. But there's something in it for them. And that is the fact that these ISPs can jack up their prices. Regardless of the outcome, they think that people are going to be stupid enough to keep paying. It's always going to be the consumer that gets hit. Because all these other companies, they're greedy. So they're not going to let their bottom line take a hit. Even though they can afford it. And they're making such a huge profit off of it. And I'm talking about companies like Google, considering, they own YouTube, Amazon, all these big major companies. Nothing against them. I understand it's business. I get it. But they can take this hit, no problem. But guess what? They don't want to cut into their profits. So they're going to pass it on to you. Google makes a lot of money off ads. Just think about just a little pinch of money that we get off of those ads that are on our videos. Google gets a huge chunk of that. So they're already getting paid and paid and paid and paid 10 dozen times over. So they're making a huge profit. But still, if they have to pay more to the ISPs, you're going to have to pay more. One way or the other, they're going to collect that money because all these companies, they live off of greed and shareholders and all that stuff. Everybody's got to get paid, and they're not going to take a hit. They're just not going to do it. So they're going to pass it on to us. One way or the other, I'm telling you, the consumer is the one that's going to get hurt by this. So I've got some ideas for this. And I'm trying not to make this too much of a rant video because I'm the type of person, I believe in solutions. If there's a problem and you want to talk about it, then try to work out a solution. And I've got my theories or my solutions, and people can agree or disagree or whatever. As long as you're nice in the comments, I'm fine with it. And these may seem far-fetched for some, but to others, may be right up your alley. And it may be what has to be done, because if you think about the drastic changes that could happen because of this, it may take us doing drastic things to set things right. Okay, so first of all, we know that our voices is not going to be heard. Calling these congressmen and doing all that, that's not going to worth the crap. They don't care. They're not listening. They know already how we feel about it. They don't need our phone calls to tell them that we don't want what's happening. They're not listening. The only thing that's going to hurt any of these people or these companies or whatever, ISPs, whatever, is if you don't use the product. If we have a blackout day, week, month, or whatever, which I know it would take a lot for people to get on board with this and to actually do it, but people can start out with a day. Surely to goodness, people of this world can go one day without the internet. Just set it aside. One day, make it like, get the word out nationwide, plan, if things get bad, which I feel they will. It may be slow, but it's going to happen. When it finally does happen, that's what needs to be done. There needs to be a blackout day to where everybody cuts their computers off, cell phones, whatever, and has a blackout day where they do not use the internet. And if they do, just make it minimal and then boom, in, out. Don't make any purchases. Don't do anything on that day. I'm telling you, your actions will speak louder than words. If you show them that they're not going to be able to bully us around and rip us off anymore, that is what will get the message across. Because some people, they don't care what you say, because words are words. But when you do something to show them that you're not going to take it anymore, that's what will make the change. Once they start getting hit in the pocketbook, I promise you, things will go back and get fixed. If they don't, then take it a little further. Make it a week blackout. That don't work? Go a month. See if you can go a month without the internet. If that does not do it, then pull the plug completely. And just people go back to the way that it was before the internet. People actually went to bookstores. People actually, went to a lot of these chain stores and these chain places to buy what they needed. I mean, I know it would be hard, but if it came down to it, if it comes down to me having to pay a huge, gigantic ISP bill every month and then have to pay all these companies when you visit their website just to view a video or to do a tweet or whatever, when they go to charging like that, forget it. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. I will be done with the internet. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. It's not worth it to me. When it gets that bad, I'm done. So I think it wouldn't be any problem for me to pull the plug completely if it gets that bad. It's just not worth it to me. My having food, shelter, clothing, and heat and things like that are more important to me than the internet. As much as I like the internet, just like anybody else, those things are more important to me. So that's just my viewpoint on it. And or people can set up a system that is just like the internet, but it's created with a different type of technology. And through public funding, kind of like GoFundMe or whatever, somehow get a group of intelligent people together and create a new kind of internet that uses similar technology as to what's out there as far as radio wave towers and things like that, but make it different to the point to where the government can't stick their hands in it, to where it cannot be governed or ruled. It's a completely new technology patented by whoever creates it, and it is strictly free. Make it a truly free internet. And if that can be created and done, I think that would be a good thing. That would give these ISPs huge competition, and it would knock that crap out. Make it like peer-to-peer type thing, and make it to where you can go to YouTube and all these other places. And if YouTube then wants to get back on board with this other internet, then hey, that would be great. If not, then, and if you want to pay, you got free internet or whatever through this new technology, then you could go to places like, YouTube, Snapchat, whatever. And if you wanted to pay their fees then without having to pay an internet service provider, then fine, however you want to do it. Or if they just want to just decide to make it free because there's a new back door that doesn't hurt them and doesn't hurt you, great. But I really think it would be cool if people can create this and set up towers all over the country. Maybe start out small, however they have to do it. Just like these, 3G, 4G, 5G towers that they're coming out with. Make this technology use towers as well, and just set it up, get it going across the country, and then people can just go and buy a box. Sort of like an Android box, whoever wants to manufacture it, however that's worked out. You buy this box, it's a one-time fee, you buy the box, you hook up to this internet, free. Everything's free. And like I said, somehow maybe you can work it to peer-to-peer. However it has to be done to keep the government out of it, I think would be a great thing. So, I mean, that's my opinion about it. I mean, it may not can be done. I don't know, but I would like to think that it could. It's just going to take the right mind and the right, type of intelligence in order to create, and the willpower, and of course the money, the funding. But I think if if the right people came along, I think that they probably could get the funding, especially if it got out that, hey, it would be free internet for everybody that wants to do it. Then I think people would probably get on board with that. But I mean, that's just my opinion. I know other people may have other ideas, and if you do, feel free to share them in the comments below. But that's just mine. I know my ideas may seem kind of crazy or whatever, but that's just how I feel about it. But I just feel like something's got to be done. There's got to be a change somewhere, because if there's not, then we will just lay down and be the suckers. And I don't want to lay down and be a sucker. I'd rather just pull the plug first and let them know that, hey, you're not getting any more of my money. I'm sorry, but, I got more important things than this. That's just how I feel about it. But, yeah. I'm going to make another video about commodities. I'll explain that in that video and everything. It's just some ideas. Here lately, I've just been kind of flooded with a few different ideas here and there. So yeah, if you're interested, just stay tuned, and I'll pump that out as soon as I can get the details and everything worked out with it. But anyway, I hope everyone is doing well, and we'll see you later. Bye.